Hello, thank you all for being here. My name is Jeff Brown, deputy with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, also the agency's public information officer. Today we're going to be addressing Noel Hernandez recent arrest. Up first will be Monroe County Sheriff Ruben Marté, that's R-U-B-E-N, last name M-A-R-T-E. Followed by the sheriff will be Sergeant Kevin Getz with the Indiana State Police. It's K-E-V-I-N, then G-E-T-Z. Sheriff Marté is going to be addressing Mr. Hernandez's employment, and then Sergeant Getz is going to be addressing the Indiana State Police criminal investigation. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here in this short notice to discuss a very delicate and sensitive topic here. Before I officially get started, I want to say that this is very heartbroken to learn about the condition of infant Hernandez. I have to say that thoughts and prayers are with her. We wish her a speedy recovery. This was a very shocking information provided to me, and I can tell you that it was very difficult for us, and particularly as a father, it was something that all of us gave a lot of thought on moving forward. So that being said, Monday I was briefed of baby Hernandez's situation being in her condition, and further briefed that her father, Noel Hernandez, was a probationary deputy employee. Once that became crystal clear to us of the relationship, we asked the Indiana State Police to step in and to conduct an independent investigation on this matter. And they graciously agreed to do so. Later during the day, they made us aware that indeed he was a suspect. Now, once that was made clear to us that he was a suspect, at that point he was placed on administrative leave, which means that his police authority was revoked at that point. All his equipment was picked up that night, which meant his police vehicle, his firearms, his uniform, that was collected that evening. Now, when we were informed that Mr. Hernandez, at this point, charges are pending against him, once that was made clear to me, at that point he was terminated from this office. When that situation was moving so quickly, thanks to the work of the Indiana State Police, and we will continue working with them in their investigation. Before I answer your questions, if you have some, I need to stress that we in this office take these matters very seriously, and I made a commitment to the citizens of this county that we will be transparent, and we will continue to do so. But at the same time, we also hold ourselves to a higher standard, which means we hold our people accountable. So it's very difficult for me to take a path that an individual, a baby, has to go through this. And that is the main goal for us, that and we pray that she recuperates fairly quickly. Thank you.
I'm Sergeant Getz with the Indiana State Police. First of all, I'd like to reiterate what the sheriff said with regards to this infant child. Our thoughts and prayers, certainly from the Indiana State Police, are with that child and with the extended family that are with them right now. I also would like to reiterate what the sheriff said with regards to transparency. And all you need to know with regards to that is the fact that once Sheriff Marté became aware of what was happening, he immediately made that phone call to the Indiana State Police. So Monday, May 19th, detectives from the Bloomington district initiated their investigation into Mr. Hernandez. After several, just on a day and a half of conducting their investigation, based upon probable cause, investigators filed for and were granted an arrest warrant for Mr. Hernandez. His charges read as follows: neglect of a dependent resulting in catastrophic injury, neglect of a dependent resulting in serious bodily injury, aggravated battery, and battery resulting in serious bodily injury to a person less than 14 years of age. This investigation is not over. Mr. Hernandez was arrested this afternoon. He was transported to the Morgan County Sheriff's Department, to the jail there where his custody was transferred. And again, I want to reiterate, this investigation is not complete. Our investigators are going to be continuing to work on this case diligently.
Questions?
Do we know the most recent status of how the baby is doing, recovering?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to refer you to the medical staff for that response. And honestly, I just can't tell you.
And then regarding the investigation, we read through the probable cause affidavit, which obviously, as everyone has mentioned, very heartbreaking and difficult case for everyone to deal with. But it doesn't seem to be clear about what exactly he's believed to have done to result in the injuries to the child, just that he was alone with her while his wife and mother were out.
Well, certainly, as the probable cause is just that, in that affidavit is probable cause. Certainly one of the most difficult aspects of working an investigation in which you have an infant victim. That victim isn't going to be able to tell you anything, and that's obviously the situation that we have here. So a lot of this is going to be based on medical records, continued interviews with witnesses who may have either seen, heard, or something. Certainly this, as I've stated before, the case is not over with, and our investigators are continuing to work on any follow-ups for this before they present everything to the prosecutor's office.
Another question for the sheriff. I assume that he must have passed any background checks before being hired, and he didn't raise any red flags as a trainee prior to this investigation?
You're correct. We do a very extensive background to the point that once the person is considered and sit down and actually conduct a polygraph, psychological, we even go as far talking to the neighbors, and there was no red flag at all. So, I mean, I appreciate that question, but yes, we constantly, before someone is allowed to work beside us, it's a stringent background.
How is the family doing at this time?
Oh goodness, I don't know. It's tough for me to answer that question for you. I just don't know.
Any other message, information that you wish to share?
No, and this is, like I said, mentioned before, this is a very hard thing to process, to deal with. Surely I didn't come in Monday morning expecting this, and here we are. But I can say that, you know, once we became aware of it, we moved swiftly. With the system of the Indiana State Police, we continue to move swiftly and do the very best that we can. Once I was made aware of the specifics of this investigation, we moved forward in an appropriate manner. Any other questions? No?
I'd just like to follow up that our investigators are taking this case very seriously. They understand that we have an infant victim who is voiceless, and so they are going to investigate this to its fullest and make sure that they have every fact available to them before they make their case presentation to the prosecutor's office. So I just want to reiterate our investigators' commitment to see this investigation to its fullest end.
Oh, and I do have one more question, actually. It's regarding some of the information from the PC. It mentions that the baby suffered at least one stroke. Was that, I assume, a result of some of the other injuries? Because I'm not sure if the stroke is referenced again later on once all the medical reports.
I'm not going to comment on anything medically related because I don't have a medical background, so I don't know to what extent our investigators have conducted interviews with any medical staff to reach that information to include in the probable cause affidavit. So I'm just not going to comment on anything medically related, but suffice it to say they did ascertain enough information to develop the probable cause for the arrest warrant.
Okay.
Any additional questions?
Thank you.
Again, thank you guys for coming down, being here. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.